And Sam Adam Jr. sitting in for Dan, who's vacationing with some of the listeners this week in Hawaii. And thanks to Charles Thomas of ABC7 for coming in this morning. Good morning, Charles.
Hey, good morning. It's good to be here again. I'm actually in the studio, not on the phone.
No, it's terrific. And we want to talk about Judy Baar Topinka. For those of you just tuning in and haven't heard, terrible news. Judy Baar Topinka died last night about 2 o'clock this morning. She had a stroke yesterday. She was 70 years old, and we're going to talk to Charles about her in a second. But we had just talked to Willie Wilson, who's running for mayor, and is Ron freaked out by Willie Wilson? It's Willie Wilson is a Southsider, self-made man, 7th grade education, went on to own 9 McDonald's, and he endorsed Rauner. And is Ron going to?
You know, I've asked people in the Emanuel campaign, why are you so freaked out by Willie Wilson? This man has no political experience. He's never run for anything. He's got some controversial ideas about some things, but Rahm is very freaked out. At least his campaign is, because they have actually challenged these signatures, and they have Mike Madigan's lawyer.
Okay.
I mean, Mike Casper, who represents the Illinois Democratic Party, who's representing the Emanuel campaign in this effort to get Willie Wilson off the ballot.
They're afraid that he's going to expand the electorate and he won't hit the 50%?
Yes, yeah. I think they're afraid that he will expand the electorate and Rahm, making it more difficult for Rahm to get 51% and win on the first ballot. They're also afraid of the fact that Willie Wilson has tens of millions of dollars. He's a very wealthy man. Yeah. And he's going to be able to do television commercials that Shuey Garcia and Bob Fioretti cannot do.
Okay. But he's against, he's got some controversial positions, too, so he's going to be undermined. But he could at least force Rahm into the runoff.
Yes. I think that must be the reason that Rahm's people are so adamant about not having Willie Wilson on the ballot. And the mayor actually ran away from me yesterday.
Okay.
He actually went out the back door at Mangiano's restaurant where the City Club was meeting because he didn't want to. I wanted to ask him, what's up? What's this business with Willie Wilson? But the mayor, instead of stopping and talking about it, went out the back door.
There we go. All right, we have to turn to Judy Baar Topinka, and everybody's got stories about her. I mentioned earlier that when I became a sportscaster at Channel 5, I didn't even know her. I get a handwritten note.